Have you ever dreamed of having a website that not only captures your dream client's attention, but also tells your story and drives those dream clients to take action all on one page? Does this sound impossible? Because it's not. If you've been racking your brain trying to figure out how to fill up some great big multi-page website, but you just don't have the content or the time to do that, you aren't alone. In fact, this is not what you have to be doing. There is another solution. A strategically designed one-page website can do more for your business than you ever thought possible. Hi there, I'm Alli, and I help entrepreneurs like you elevate your brand and online presence so that you can connect with your dream clients quickly and confidently and make more money in your business. But you might be thinking, can I really do that? Can one single page website really do all that I need a website to do for my business? The answer is yes. Absolutely it can. And for many, many businesses, this is such a great solution. Now, before we get into the nitty-gritty of the design of a one-page website and how that works, I want to talk for a second about why a one-page website is a great fit for many small businesses like yours. First off, they're all about simplicity and really focused messaging. You have the chance to share the most important information that your potential clients need to know without overwhelming them. It's like giving them a concise elevator pitch as opposed to some lengthy presentation. It really is that initial handshake that your website needs to be. Another big plus is that they're really cost effective and easy to maintain. And as someone who's worked with lots of small business owners, I know how important it is to keep that budget in check. With a one-pager, you're really looking at lower design and development cost, and then it's also a lot easier to update as you need to moving forward, saving additional design and development cost. And we can't not talk about mobile friendliness when we're talking about websites, right? And one-pagers are really great on mobile devices. They are easy to navigate and they load really quickly, and they're going to give your users a really wonderful, seamless scrolling experience. A one-pager really can be a game changer for a small business. But what I want to talk about is the design of the page, how these work, because you want them to really grab your viewers' attention and get them scrolling down the page, leading them to that call to action. So let's start with color. Now, hopefully you've already determined your color palette when you've done the branding for your business. Either way, if you haven't done it before or you're designing now and you're going to be choosing a color palette, it's really important that the colors you use are going to reflect your brand's personality and that they're limited to just a few. And when I say a few, I mean 3 to 5 max. You want your website to look professional and not chaotic, which is what's going to happen if you use too many colors. It's just going to be too much and way overwhelming. The next step is to learn how you can use those colors to lead your viewers' eyes to certain areas of the page. You can use color to direct them to the most important elements. It's a really good idea to reserve your accent color or your boldest, most eye-catching color for things that are most important to draw your user's eye to, like your calls to action. So maybe that's booking a call or buying your services. This color really should stand out from the rest of the page so that it's easy to spot and draws the viewer's attention exactly where you want it. For other areas of the page, you can use softer, more neutral colors to break up the sections and let the content be king and stand out without overwhelming the visitor. You can use different shades to break up sections, create contrast, and make your page easy to scan. Your headers and subheads should be dark enough to pop off any background color so that they're legible. Remember, the goal is to create a visual path that directs the viewer to see the elements elements that you want them to in the order that you want them to see them. The typefaces that you use on your website are also really important in carrying through your brand personality. So is your business more traditional and serious? Then maybe a classic serif font is the right choice for you. If you want your business to appear more modern and casual, then a sans serif might be the right choice. Consistency is really key here with typography, and just like colors, you want to keep it limited. In this case, to 2 to 3 at the most. I suggest using one typeface for headings and subheads, and if you have a second typeface for the body copy, and possibly a third typeface for special callouts or accents. When it comes to the content on your page, it's just like throwing a party. When your visitor arrives, you want to let them know they're in the right place and then guide them to where they need to go next. So start with the most important content at the top and then lead them through the rest in the order of importance. I like to put myself in my viewer's mind and think about what they're going to need to know next after what they've just finished reading. White space is your friend here, and by white space, I mean empty space. You shouldn't fill up the entire page with your copy and images. You've got to let your content breathe. Having this open space on the page really helps to direct your user's eye to where you want it to land, and it also helps it feel less cluttered. Even though we're talking about a single page here, navigation is still really important. On a one-page website, in the navigation at the top, instead of navigating to a new single page, what's going to happen is your user is going to scroll down the page to a specific section. This type of navigation is often called scroll to navigation and is key to creating a smooth and seamless experience for your visitors. It helps guide them through your content in a logical and story-like flow, keeping them engaged without them having to jump between different pages. Thoughtfully planning these anchor points on your one-pager are going to make it easy for your user to find what they're looking for without losing focus. And of course, we can't talk about websites without talking about mobile friendliness. And so one thing you want to make sure of is that your one-pager resizes to fit seamlessly across any size device that your user is going to be viewing your site on. It's not only going to give your users a better experience, but it's also going to help your search engine ranking with Google. And speaking of SEO, you might be wondering, can a one-page website really hold its own in the rankings compared to a multi-page website? Don't worry, I've got you covered. There's a lot of misinformation out there, and I want to debunk this myth and share the real story. So click the video right here where I break it all down and set the record straight.